From today, I will start explaining A Strange Trial. It's a play, and it's written by Lewis Carroll. Children of all ages, as well as adults, have been delighted and charmed by Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland. So this trial has been extracted from Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland is the parent of this trial. And Alice in Wonderland, written by Lewis Carroll, is a source of joy and source of interest for children of all ages and as well as adults. The author invented this story to amuse Alice, a 10-year-old girl. And the reason for inventing this story is to amuse, is to make happy and to bring smile on the face of a 10-year-old girl whose name is Alice. The girl Alice in the story has a strange and wonderful dream which begins with her following a rabbit into its hole. And this story and the whole story is actually a dream which Alice has had. Alice has a dream, and the dream begins by her following a rabbit into its hole. So the story begins when Alice follows a rabbit into its hole in her dreams, and the author is narrating from her dream. She finds herself in a new world where she meets all kinds of unusual creatures. And once she enters into the rabbit hole, she finds herself in a new world, in a different world, not usual world, different from her real world, where she meets all kinds of unusual creatures, where she meets all the kinds of unusual creatures. Unusual means which are not usual, which are not normal creatures, which she had found in real life. They are different from the creatures she uses to find in real life. These are unusual. So talk to her and lead her into a series of adventures, and these creatures talk to her. And they lead her into a series of adventures, and they amuse him, and they play with her, and they lead him into a series of adventures. This means into a series of things. They do a lot of things together. In this play, we see Alice attending a strange trial. And in this play, we see Alice is attending a strange trial. A trial means trial. I have written definition on the board. Trial is a formal examination of evidence that happens in the court in the presence of a judge. And if someone is accused of a crime, and then the court examines the accusations, whether it is right or wrong, whether to punish him for the crime or not, and that's a trial, and it happens usually in a court. But this trial here is strange. It's not the normal trial as we find in our courts. But this trial is strange. But it is a trial, but strange. Enter Alice in front of the curtain. Enter Alice in the front of the curtain, looking lost and bewildered. So someone is saying to Alice, enter, but Alice is in front of a curtain, looking lost and bewildered. She's confused. Where is she? She's not looking very comfortable. She is confused and lost. She does not know where I am, what's happening. And the trial and this play begins. Alice is speaking now. Dear, dear, how pure everything is today. Dear, dear, oh my dear, how it is she saying it's to herself that how pure everything is today. Everything is so confusing today. I don't understand anything. I wonder if I have been changed in the night. I think I am wondering that I have been changed in the night. This means I was before this night I was different, but in the night something has happened to me. I don't know. Let me think. And she starts thinking. She starts remembering what has happened to me. Was I the same when I got up in this morning? Was I the same when I got up in this morning? She is thinking that uh, do I do I have changed since this morning? I remember following a white rabbit, and she remembers now that she was following a white rabbit. I entered the rabbit hole behind it, and following the rabbit, I entered into his hole. Then I saw a whole lot of odd creatures, and when she entered the hole, she says that she saw a lot of odd creatures. Odd means unusual, which are not normal creatures, who said odd things and even acted oddly, and who also behaved oddly, unusually. I talked to a king and a queen and attended the Mad Tea party, and she remembers the things she had been through while she is, while she is thinking, and she is remembering the things she has done. She is trying to understand what's happening, and she is remembering these things. I talked to and she remembers that she had talked to a king and a queen and attended the Mad Tea party and has attended a tea party, but which is a mad, means a party of craziness, insanity. I remember drinking a strange liquid which made me grow smaller, and she remembers that she had drank a liquid and that had made her smaller. Then I ate a cake and began to grow larger again, and then she had ate a cake and she had grown larger again. Oh dear, I feel so different. But if I am not the same, the question is, who in the world am I? Ah, that's the puzzle. And she is now asking herself that if I am not what I am now, then who am I? Ah, that's the puzzle. That's the actual confusion. That's the thing to understand. That's a very complicated thing to understand. I'm sure I'm not Ada, for she has long ringlets, and now she's remembering the people that she used to be with in real life, and she remembers Ada. Maybe she is her friend or anything else. You know, they have been living together. And she says to herself that I am not Ada, for she has long ringlets. Because her hair is different from me. She has curled hair. I am sure I can't be Mabel, for I know so much and she knows so little. And I can't be Mabel, and I am not Mabel, because she does not know as much I know. And now she is trying to analyze what is happening to me, and she is thinking that maybe I have been changed instead for Ada or for Mabel. My conscience has been transferred from me to Ada or me to Mabel, and she's very confused from this, whatever we read so far. Besides, she, and I am I, and oh, how puzzling it all is. And besides, now leave everything aside. But she is she, Mabel is Mabel, and Ada is Ada, and I am I. Ah, and she is talking, so confusingly to herself, and she is questioning the fundamentals of herself. How puzzling it all is, how confusing and intricate, how complicated it all is. Let me see if I know all the things I used to know. Now she tries to remember the knowledge she had in the world, real world. 4 times 5 is 12, and 4 times 6 is 13. She is saying that 4 multiplied by 5 is 12. It's actually 20. She's wrong. And 4 times 6 is 13, and 4 times 6 is actually 24. That's wrong, and she says herself that no, that's wrong. I know, Yeah, I know. Let's try geography. And now she tries her memory at geography, whether she knows the geography or not. London is the capital of Paris. No, she's again wrong. And Paris is the capital of Rome. It's so funny statement here. And no, that's all wrong too. And she realized that she's wrong. Will someone tell me what's happening? And now she shouts, desperately. Ultimately, she talks out loud. Will someone tell me what's happening? In confused manner. Voices off stage. And voices are coming from off stage. Well, consider Alice to be on stage and the play is going to begin and she is behind the curtains and voices are coming from off the stage, not from the stage. The trial the trial is beginning and the voices say that the trial is beginning. Alice, what trial is this? And Alice questions, what trial is this? Enter Griffin. It takes Alice by hand and hurries off. And the Griffin comes in. Griffith comes onto the stage and he grabs the hand of the Alice and pulls her off. Griffin, come on. Griffin is some other character that has now emerged. First character we have seen was Alice, and Griffin is the other character in the story. Let me check whether Griffin. Okay, so it has been described as a Griffin has been described as a winged monster with the body of a lion and the head of an eagle. Now understand it. Griffin has the body of a lion and the head of an eagle. It's so unusual. That's what is meant by an unusual creature that Alice has met. That Alice have met. A winged monster, and Griffin has also wings. Griffin has wings, body of a lion, and head of an eagle. Now understand, conceive it. Griffin says to Alice, come on. Alice, where are we going? And Alice asks Griffin, where are you leading me? Where are you pulling me? Griffin, come on, hurry. Griffin says to Alice, come on, quickly, let's go. Curtain opens, and the curtain of the stage opens now. The scene is set like a court scene. And when the curtains of the stage open, the scene is like a court scene. The king and queen of hearts sit on their thrones with the whole pack of cards around them. The king and queen of hearts, the king and the queen, they are seated on their thrones. The knave stands before them in chains, and the knave here means the dishonest man. This is most probably whom the trial is going to begin against. The knave has been chained. He is tied in chains, while with a soldier guarding him on each side, and two soldiers are